Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. Welcome to another episode of the Council of Six, a weekly Dungeons & Dragons campaign fraught with all the drama and peril that will take your breath and steal your mind. My name is Jay Longaro, your DM for the night, and on this campaign we will be using Tyranny of Dragons, which tells an epic story across two adventures of which Hoard the Dragon Queen is the first. Unlike our other streams, we won't be commenting on your comments while we are in play as to remain immersed in the story, but please still engage and comment as we go along. During the breaks, we will go through the comments and interact with you all, because at the end of the day, we are presenting this for your enjoyment. But without any further ado, are you ready to leave all that's real behind? Because there's something breaking at the brick of every wall that's holding all that you know. So tell me, do you want to go to the Council of Six? And Dylan's cam goes off right when we go live.
he's switching to his other computer probably.
I'm going to still fuck with him. I don't care.
Yeah, fair enough. He'll be as you should.
Yes.
Sorry, his name is Static now. Can't break the immersion. I was going to say Stevie.
Everyone is Stevie. You
know, now I can't get that off my head about that Rod of Resurrection, because I do remember it, but I don't remember how.
Probably the stag.
So the stag gave it to us instead of gold.
That's what it was. Yes.
That was right after Fleur had died.
The stag.
Yeah. After that stag got the was fine, he gave it out of his pooper trooper.
Not quite sure that's exactly how it went down.
You know
that's how I remember it.
Dude had it up his prison purse.
I can hear you rummaging around in there.
There's a reason why he was a stag. His spine was straight, because if he bends at all, it hurts.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
All right, let me open up a tiny sheet here.
We're already up to butt jokes.
There you go. Rod of Resurrection in your inventory.
Okay.
That means you can resurrect 3 of us if we all die.
We're good as long as I don't die.
One thing Marie has a hard time grasping her head around sometimes is when, like, for story reason, a character is going to die. No matter what you do, this character is going to die. And she's like, but I have this. I could do this. I could do that. The character's dead. They're not coming back. That's it. Gone. Finito. They have ceased to be.
I am not letting Bryce use a paladin and a bard at the same time.
Like, you again, little backstory. When Coda died last night, I literally had the setup of the Goddess of Death of Faerun to be there purposely, because I knew you would not let Coda fucking die.
Nope.
She tries arguing with her goddess. She's a death
argue.
now.
I tried to negotiate.
With the Goddess of Death.
Pursue my God that Coda was better alive than dead.
And then she basically, she feels like a tearing sensation in her spine. She loses like 20 hit points, and she continues to negotiate. To basically, her goddess forces her down in a prone position on her hands and knees to say, "Are you done?"
Oh no! I forgot to turn the sound up.
There goes Dylan turning on the orange YouTube again.
All right, so we're at the end here, pretty much. We're getting close to the end. We have a couple sessions left of Hoard the Dragon Queen before we do a little hiatus and move into Rise of Tiamat. So you guys are in the end game here of this chapter.
After how long?
A year and a couple months?
I think it's been about
December?
a year since I joined.
Yeah, since you joined, yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys are in Skyreach Castle. You had kind of found a way in. Talus had give you some information on getting in. You kind of got past the guard there. You walked in. You followed the gold carts that were carrying stuff, and you just zipped on over to the far end and went down up some stairs to the cavernous insides that are carved out of this castle that is made out of entirely of ice. That is a flying castle. It was docked when you came in. Just as you guys went and got into the caverns, you did feel a rumble and a shake, almost losing your balance, as it felt like this castle was taken off. So it is most likely now in flight. You guys are in the caverns within. The stairs led up from the lower courtyard we were at and brought you up into the caverns, and the stairs continue up to what appears to be the upper courtyard, which you guys kind of saw when you first came in. You saw there was a higher upper courtyard above the courtyard, the lower courtyard where you guys came in. You are looking for Resmir. You do know there's aides and stuff and people that worked at the hunting lodge told you that a lot of the bigwigs were going to be here. There's going to be a lot of important people on Skyreach. And Talus's whole deal was get me the black dragon mask, and you guys get to kill Resmir and hurt the cult and maybe get some gold out of the deal and some other crazy shit that's going on. So, and that's where you guys are at. So let me bring the map up here.
So we know there's a white dragon around here somewhere, correct?
Yes, the one that Talus had mentioned and talked to. The name of the dragon was Glazhail.
Okay, so CB is gonna be on hyper alert, like looking for this dragon. Like,
oh no.
So like, can I in this cavern? Like, I mean, I'm like basically every room we go into, she's gonna be looking for signs of dragons.
I just got nervous now.
Yeah, certainly. Of course, obviously. But as far as you guys are walking in here, just to give you an idea of what you're seeing when you come in. So like I said, the Icy Quarter Castle is kind of hollowed out with tunnels. And for when you guys were upstairs, you did see it kind of breaks the surface. You kind of could see some light filtering from some spots, so it does seem to break the surface or break the sides at some points. So you could feel the cold air kind of rushing in from other areas around you, especially now that the castle is flying. The walls of blue ice are partly transparent, revealing things embedded in the ice all around. There's coins, helmets, livestock, a handful of kobolds, an ogre or two are just like frozen in the walls in different places as you first walk in. Frost coats the floors of the tunnel, and it kind of crunches underfoot as you guys walk.
I'm sorry, you said there's things frozen in the ice, like people and shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
Fuck this shit.
Just a reminder from the earlier session that Blagothkus, that giant, the
should have just renamed him.
Cloud giant, right? Isn't that, I think it was like they were a cloud giant,
storm giant or something.
Big B.
Yeah, storm giant. Yeah. This is actually his creation. He created this castle, and he has this kind of uneasy alliance with the cult as far as is doing that. Was there a question?
Yeah, no, so that was a kind of like a perception looking for signs of dragon. Honestly, if it's frozen in here and people are frozen, that might be enough information, but
he kind of used whatever magics he did. Well, it's most likely Blathkus is the one who created his castle.
Oh, okay. So and storm giants are capable of doing cold stuff. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
But
so it's kind of like he didn't care what was in the way, and things got caught up in the ice as he was crafting his castle.
He was creating it. Can I still do a perception check to look for signs of the dragon?
Well, I would say we've kind of done it as, I mean, you can do a perception check that would tell you if you tracks or this or that, but we've kind of worked with nature for you when it comes to dragons.
Right, because I do get advantage on those.
Right.
Because favored enemy.
Such a horrible feature.
While
so not useful at all.
While Stephen L's doing that, since this is a cavern with frozen people in it, can I also follow that up with a survival check or something, just to see if there's any obvious track marks of a dragon or anything large that we may not want to run into, that goes through this pathway that we're able to see?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Mal is behind these two.
Stevie, so with the 16, your keen senses on dragons, especially after being notified of the dragon's name and everything that Talus had told you, you do sense a presence, especially in these caverns.
Everyone, I lost the Stevie voice for a second. Well, you guys, I think there might be a dragon nearby. We might want to avoid these caverns just for now.
I mean, those big things that completely fuck shit up. Yeah, I'm gonna walk this way. And mouse.
As far as standing survival check, you can't make out. You do see the frost and stuff. There's kind of scuff marks, but it's hard for you to make out. It's bipedal, you know that, but it's hard for you to make out what it is, and even which directions, because they seem to just go everywhere. Like people have come in and out of here quite a bit.
Should I get into big size now, since there might be danger nearby?
I think we're good for now, but we should tread quietly. So stay small, and you'll be quieter.
Okay, I just want to make sure, because I can't do magic or help if I'm in little. I'm tiny.
Stephen L., if you're of any sort of mind that perhaps there's a dragon of some sort around the corner, we have many things that we need to do in this castle.
Before we run into a dragon, I think. And then we turn back towards the stairs that we came up.
So you think there's a dragon in here? Nah, fuck this shit. I'm out.
We will most likely have to come back eventually. It just seems like there's too many loose ends that need to be tied up first.
Maybe we can get that. There was that storm giant. Maybe we can get him on our side. He doesn't seem. He's working with the cult, but doesn't seem to buy into the Kool-Aid they're drinking.
Maybe let's not talk about this in potentially a dragon cavern.
Yeah. Look, it's paused, so I can't move.
Oh yeah. Did you want to get big, Tiny, or no?
Not yet. I was told not to.
Okay.
So I think we'll head farther up.
Where do you guys going? Top floor or ground floor?
Top floor.
Top floor. By the way, Mal is firmly staying behind everyone.
Tiny.
I believe that of him.
Tiny will be on Thedek's shoulder.
So right as you guys come out, you see an ogre standing right there, and he kind of puts his large hand out. He's like, "Halt! Password."
Hail Blagothkus, as the closest to the ogre's height.
Yeah, you see him take his club, and he kind of lowers it at his side, and he takes a little shuffle step back, and he lets you through.
Hey.
Thank God someone remembered that, because I'd panicked for a second.
I don't know what the other
Is that
one
Mal or Bryce?
I don't know what the other one is, so if we need the other one, someone else needs to step up.
Hail Tiamat, our mother in strength.
See, there you go.
You got the ogre one, I got the dragon one. It's fine.
And my safe word is pineapple. There we go. We'll have one.
As we're sort of stepping out into this area, what exactly is it that we're looking at here?
Okay, yeah. So as far as what you're looking at regarding what?
Like we've come up these stairs. The ogre has passed. We're like, what is it that we can see from like where we're standing now before we get into potentially dangerously exploring anything?
Yeah, all I can really see is like some cylinders, like
door.
Yeah. So you
We're
there's obviously
actively
in front of you where you guys
trying
came out
to do the
where
thing.
you guys came out of. The center does seem to have a dome of ice, so it almost seems like the top of a mountain, this kind of hill, and it seems really slick. You do notice right there where that red arrow is, there seems to be a kind of a pathway that does kind of traverse up towards a tower in front of you, but that's all you can notice unless you walk up a little closer and take a look. And you are, like I said, you are in the upper one. Behind you, you see another tower, and there is a door right there just north of the ogre, and there is another room straight north of you, which there seems to be a door as well.
That's the door you're describing.
Oh yeah. So the first door you see with the tower is right there.
Okay.
And up here there seems to be another room that has a door as well, which is one of the few that I don't think I furnished again.
So.
Oh yeah, okay.
I have a climb
Let me
speed.
see this door. I have a flying
I don't
speed.
even want to think about how.
No, I was totally joking.
Spider horse does whatever a spider horse does.
I wanted to mention that in the context of this ice mound, just to remind everybody to picture that.
No, we don't need to picture that. It just works.
Especially on smooth ice.
Mal, do you want to do that minor illusion thing where you, like, I open the door and you illusion a door?
I'm gonna tell you that only works if it's a pull. If it's a push, it looks weird.
Is this door right here a push or a pull?
Push or a pull.
Does it
Or is
open
it a
out
slide?
or in? Or is it a slide?
The door right in front of you. Yeah, it just appears to be a regular kind. It is made of
does
ice,
it-
just like
does it-
everything else.
Pull it open?
Does
but
it open out or in?
Out of your innie.
Oh,
Basically, if my minor illusion trick's gonna work on this door.
Yeah.
opens out.
Aha! My greatest strength. Doors that open.
Out
I
towards you.
literally just I didn't.
If I sort of, is this like
Such
a
a stupid
massive,
question.
like giant size fucking door?
Oh yeah, most of the doors here are big, just because it's made by storm giants and there's.
Shit.
Ogres
Panic,
and
you
other
can open
large
that,
creatures
right?
here, so yeah.
Is there anything with my size that I'm able to potentially peek through to see like kind of what we're looking at as we
a
walk
window?
in here?
No,
Can I
it's
get
a
on-
closed door, just like any other door. It's just made of
Okay.
ice, but it's not transparent. It's very opaque and cloudy, so you can't see through it.
Did I have passed that a
I'm
trace?
tempted to ask the fucking ogre.
No,
You
I
might
don't
have
see
some
it.
information.
Is he still there, or did he walk?
Yeah, he's
off?
just standing there, just chilling, guarding.
Chilling on ice.
Friend, we were late arrivals to Skyreach. Can you tell us where we might find Blagothkus? We bring news from down below that he's going to need.
You're standing at his door.
Oh, perfect. There's nothing better than guessing right.
So we should knock first, right? That's polite.
That seems reasonable to do.
You hear nothing in return.
Well, he might not want any visitors, but I suppose here we are. Ka-chink. If I attempt to open the door, will it open?
Yeah, it opens up. It's it doesn't move smoothly like a regular door. You notice it's ice. It's kind of a. You have to put a little muscle into it, but it opens up for you. And as you do,
God,
you hear
just
a little
pulse.
ching ching ching. You hear like little bells ringing, like when you enter a store. Little bells ring as you open the door. And you do notice when you're walking in, the tower's huge. It's about 70 foot tall, and there's no windows or anything like that. As you walk in, there seems to be a lower level of the tower, ground floor, if you will.
Does it have
As you ring in, you see
popcorn
two other
ceiling?
ogres kind of turn around and look at you as you enter. A staircase hugs the right side of the wall of the chamber. It leads up to a landing with a door that goes up. The room itself contains sturdy wood-carved furniture of giant proportions. Everything in here seems just way bigger than it would be, bigger than a normal size human or human-like being would be able to.
Oh my God!
Do I
Sorry,
know
no. The
this?
background behind the castle looks like it's flying.
Oh yeah, that's fucking.
Oh,
cool.
son of a bitch!
That's cool as fuck.
Yes.
That is really. Also, the stream can't see. Oh wait, one of
Come fly away.
YouTube
fly
is
away.
behind.
His name.
YouTube is always
If I look
behind.
all the way
and
up to
I
the
don't
top of the
understand
70
why
foot
it's always
ceilings.
behind. Well, yeah, I'm looking at it now. It does show you guys looking in the room.
Yeah, well, because like for some reason when I click live, it doesn't stay live sometimes.
Yeah, it's weird.
Get good internet.
I don't know.
It's not the
But yeah,
internet.
as I was describing
Sorry.
the room, the walls are sculpted with ice. There's actually murals made of ice on the wall. You can see one that's depicting an army of hill, frost, firestone, and cloud giants, all on this mural of ice. And you see these two ogres standing there at the lower level. They're not like the other ogres. They seem to be very fancy ogres, if you will. They kind of wear a fancy plumed helmets, and the way they're dressed, and especially with the helmets, it seems like they are perhaps an honor guard for a stationed individual, if you will. And they seem pretty alert and loyal. You can see these ogres who are not usually very disciplined or what's the word I'm looking for? Trained, I guess you could say. But they seem to be as trying to act as regal and as important as they can for as far as ogres can go.
But it's just those two down on the bottom floor.
Yes, and they're just kind of looking at you as you open the door.
Good day.
Yeah, I'll walk in and just like raise a hand. Fucking Axe is definitely still behind me. And just Ael Blagothkus. It's actually exactly who we're looking for.
Your business is here to see the Overlord?
If possible, yes. We have some news from down below that we believe might be of interest to him.
As long as the castle is kept safe, that's all he really cares about. But you can make your way up. He has not restricted any kind of business for right now, so I believe it'd be okay if you go up.
I thank you kindly for letting us pass. And that, might I say, that armor looks dashing on you.
Oh, thank you. You kind of see him rub the plume on the helmet. It looks really silly, by the way. The helmet doesn't really fit the head. It's kind of like, it looks like it would be like maybe a human-sized helmet, just kind of perched on his pointy head.
As Mal walks in with his gloriously fucking alligator head on his head.
Alligator, I forgot you had that. Oh my god.
You see one of the ogres go, I should get one of those.
Oh, he is a cloud giant. It's a cloud giant, not a storm giant. Cloud giant. That's what it was.
Cloud? Is there's difference?
Cloud giants get the clout, storm giants get the girls.
All right.
Stone giants are stoned, hill giants are up a hill.
I assume that's lightning versus cold.
Probably, I don't fucking know.
Anyway.
So you guys went up the stairs, I assume?
Let's go up the
yes.
stairs.
I'm purely following Thanik. I refuse to go first.
Stevie would be like second, not first, but I already went. Because I wanted to see what was in the next room.
Back out.
So as you go up the stairs,
Oh, he's fancy.
Damn.
the walls of this room
giant.
are
That's a
sculpted
good-looking
with
giant.
more icy murals depicting cloud giants riding giant birds. So it's kind of like the Khaleesi's of cloud giants. There's an enormous bed with a headboard of ice sculpted to resemble clouds dominates the room right there at the far end. Bear furs are heaped upon the bed. There's two large wooden chests that rest at the bed's foot. You see the blue-skinned giant sitting on the floor with his legs crossed, while two ogres comb his snowy white hair. The giant's hulking morning star leans against the bed within arm's reach. More cult business. What do you want now?
Ooh, it's fucking.
I'm sorry. Can I braid your hair?
Certainly.
That's what we enter with.
I'm sorry, Stevie. That is a very interesting way to enter this.
Actually, before you say that, give me a charisma check.
Oh god, this is gonna be so good. Charisma check.
I want to do those.
Straight charisma.
Straight charisma, because it was just a question. I'm not saying you're trying to persuade him or anything. You're just giddy. Whoa!
Nat 20!
Oh fuck! Oh,
I want you to know I have a
Nat
minus
20!
I want everyone to know this.
By the way, is Stevie's hair just straight, or does she have her own braids or anything?
Well, no, she has a braid in, and a lot of the time she druid crafts flowers to like put in it. Yeah, and she just sees his hair and just immediately like, it's so pretty, I want to braid it.
He looks at you and he looks at your hair and he's like, you seem quite skilled. You, out of the way. He kind of waves one of the ogres out of the way. Come forth, please.
She goes over and like not meanly, but like takes the brush from one of the ogres and just goes bananas braiding.
The ogre that moved away seemed very crestfallen, by the way.
I'll get your hair next. He probably doesn't have hair, but
He's
bald.
bald.
Yeah, he's bald.
Now he's offended. He grabs his claw.
Yeah, now that didn't help at all. This ogre is just crying in a corner now.
Yeah, well, I see you're a man of taste.
What brings you to Black Douglas Chambers?
Well, if you can believe it, not necessarily braiding your hair, but I'm glad that a relationship has been established.
Funny coming from such a small creature with no hair.
As one of the few beings left on this realm with giant's blood in coursing through my veins, I do feel, albeit in a lesser place of significance and importance, I do feel a kinship with you.
You are Goliath for certain. Yes, you do have some of our blood in you, but a little stunted, I would say.
Only a small amount, of course. Perhaps I'd be closer to 10 feet tall, yes.
Well, unfortunately, I think my kind, the giants have kind of grown soft. That's what I've been noticing.
I can't imagine an instance in which you'd think so. To what end do you find this to be the case?
Oh, well. As far as the giants go, I don't know, I feel maybe some thrashing of dragons would be good for giant kind. But, business is business, so I gotta do something. But I've been trying to urge them to assume their rightful place as lords of the world.
Do you mean to tell me that you've allied with the cultists simply to have, I don't know, perhaps the first pass at some of these dragons? I find that very amusing in a courageous sort of way.
I have no conflict with the small folk. The castle's transporting vast amounts of treasure to the Well of Dragons, where the cult is gathering its forces and amassing a hoard in anticipation of Tiamat's arrival. You guys you've been to all their meetings, you know this nonsense. Anticipation of Tiamat's arrival. I don't know where this bitch is coming from, but it's inconsequential to me. I really don't care.
From hell, I believe, right?
From hell, I think, right?
There are 9 of them.
I think there were 5 heads, but like
9 dragons.
9 hells. I'm not sure, but yeah.
Well, I'm sure you're all pretty excited about this, aren't you? After all, this is what you're all here for.
Panic.
Can I insight check this dude to see if he actually gives a shit about the cult? Because I'm like, is this dude here for us? Is he not?
Sure.
I have horrible insight, but let's give it a fucking
Actually,
shot.
you know what? I think I'll join you before I say what I'm going to say next, just to be safe. I do have proficiency in it, so let's go.
Where the fuck is my insight? There it is.
It's a 15.
Yeah, 15. Yeah.
No.
Lying does not seem to be in his repertoire. He seems to be very, perhaps his size, his stature, his confidence. Lying is not something that he would be doing. It just does not seem.
Not something that's necessary. I'll tell you the
It's a
truth.
waste of time.
If you don't like it, you'll meet the fucking truth.
It's static.
Well,
Bigger.
right. Well, interesting that you should mention excitement. I suppose there's a degree of excitement that we feel, but perhaps not in the way that you're expecting. I actually have a friend with me here, as I sort of like put a hand on Mal's shoulder and then like nudge him forward to be even with me. I have a friend here that I believe between the two of us, while our friendly centaur braids your hair, might be able to potentially come to a bit of an agreement on the nature of things as they stand.
The demon-looking guy? What do I just have talking to? Listen, I'm talking to you because you have some of them. This one here obviously knows what she's doing with hair, so that's why.
You have some giant's blood, so I'm being a little polite. But the demon guy, what do I have to talk to him about?
He's actually not only excellent, but he's also, if you can believe it, our sort of fact keeper and our journaler of our adventures. And despite the fact that we are in some form or fashion kin, he may be able to tell you the story a little bit better than I can. Though I'll fill in parts when necessary.
He looks at him. He's like, "Is that a cittern? Are you a musician? Are you a bard, good man?
Oh, shit.
Sing us a song! You're the bard man."
A song? Here, I shall tell you the tale of Mal and his marvelous friends. And that's our fucking name now.
You,
Now with his marvelous
fat
friend.
gut, bring me some
Fucking
ale.
second to last episode, we get forcibly named Mal and his marvelous friends. I love it.
No one fucking did it. I'm doing it now. And Mal will
The ogre
start playing
brings
his
some
sitar.
a big, large mug of ale. For you guys, it would look like it's like a small barrel, but it has a handle. It's a mug. But he's
Hey, whatever fucking
drinking some
works.
ale from this.
But Mal will start playing his cistern with minor illusion slideshow, because I haven't done that for a little bit. Our journey, our struggles at Greenest, friends dying, the slaying of Leviathan, even though he may or may not actually be dead, but that's not important for this matter.
Could still be alive.
And I'll roll performance to see how fucking good the song is. Because I can still fail at those, technically.
Wait.
Hmm?
No. Never mind.
Are you going to give me advantage by singing
I was going to try, but I don't have proficiency in performance. I can still try by attempting to
Do it.
Fill in the
stomp my
spot.
feet.
Oh! Crit
So
fail.
Did I give him advantage by stomping my feet in a
Still
giant way?
It's still an
No.
11.
It's an 11, but it was a crit fail.
What was the DC?
Please say 10.
No, I mean, yeah, it's still crit fail, but like that would be fucking hilarious if the DC was 10.
Here, so he's kind of sitting there, and you see
Mal's
him
not shit. He's just...
as
Mal's
you're
afraid.
doing your little presentation. You see his hand go on his chin a little bit, and his eyes are kind of like just closing a little bit, and then you speak a little higher at one point. Yeah, it's all good and dandy. I mean, I wanted some entertainment, not telling me everything you have done in the last couple months.
Okay, abbreviation time. Basically, we all met together through a weird course of events where we became best friends. And clearly, music isn't fucking working, so then it goes to standard slideshow, and it actually shows like what we've done in Greenest. Like, for example, mainly glorifying Thanic because he likes this dude. Like Thanic ripping off Sai-Sai's head.
Yeah.
Not that it happened that way, but the most brutal death possible.
In Greenest, and you do see just the smallest tear drop from fucking Thanic's eye.
And then everyone's like bowing down to Thanic to like emphasize his greatness. Him with Faerun holding
Well, of
him by the
course,
neck.
he has giant blood in him. What do you expect?
That's why they keep me.
This man is the conqueror. And
Well, I
the slayer
wouldn't go
of
that
the
far.
dragons. The conqueror and the slayer of the dragons. They didn't let me finish, good sir. Mainly because I didn't finish thinking at first.
Look, and especially as he gets to the end of his slideshow, I'll just pitch it and say, look, it's been a long journey, but we're these cultists, this Tiamat. There are plenty of ways for giants to earn back the fear that they deserve, and I can tell you, while I do not doubt any of your abilities to slay a creature such as Tiamat, in today's world will not prosper by allowing Tiamat to come back and to be defeated by giant kind. There will be many, many deaths, and much farther south than here before there's any opportunity for the giants to take down Tiamat, when there are plenty of dragons, and I've heard even a dragon here somewhere, that are plenty worth slaying. The common folk, these small people like myself and the others, they fear dragons themselves enough not to worry about things like dragon gods. Bring back the fear for giants and giant kind simply by eradicating these dragons that are already around and up to no good on their own.
Give me a persuasion check, Fennec.
Because I was like building up Thanic and how amazing he was. Before he makes that roll, can I either give him advantage or at least give him a bardic inspiration die before he does that
Sure.
roll? Sweet.
Which
You
one?
Which one? Let's do a bardic inspiration die. I have those to burn.
Let me read something real fast.
Checks. Bardic inspiration. Oh, I've only got 2 of these left. Oh well.
Just a second, a minute.
It is a D8, so if you need it.
There's something
Didn't
about
we?
my last samurai class. I just want to reread it.
Well,
I thought I
well,
gave
Did
you
we take a
this.
short
yeah,
rest?
he's looking at it. While he's looking at it, can we appreciate that Stevie got a
A nat 20.
natural 20
And Mal
on a
got a
charisma?
nat 1.
And
Oh, I appreciate it quite a lot.
Mal doesn't deal with giants. He's like, this is the story of Mal's marvelous friends. Just like fucking shit himself.
Yeah. I mean, unlike other things, you
Yeah,
didn't anger him
yeah,
or
okay.
upset him. He just was bored with you. That's just all it was.
So with my last class, my elegant courtier class feature allows me to add my wisdom bonus to any persuasion checks, which is simply +1. I'm going to try and write this like normally with the bardic inspiration die, and it might come out weird. So just be aware that that's that.
In the situational bonus, I think you can add just type in +1.
Just 1.
You know,
Yeah, but I'm also adding a D8, so I'm doing 1D8 +1, and I'll see
Yeah,
if it comes out
1d8
right.
plus
That's
1
it.
should work.
Do 1d8. Yeah, type in 1d8 +1.
What the fuck, dude?
You roll the d20, and I think it added the +1 already.
Well, that's charisma.
Oh, that's charisma.
You have
Let me
+4
open this up and take a look
to
here.
persuasion.
So yeah, so that's charisma plus my proficiency. Yeah. I think that should be coming out.
Yeah, it's
right.
fine.
Worst
Yeah,
case-
at the end of
worst
the day,
case scenario, it's 26.
it was
or
a
27.
17 with the d20, and then a 5 with the d8.
Yeah.
But it says. Well, why is
I either added one unnecessarily or I added one as required, so it's either a 26 or a 27.
Yeah. DC wasn't that high. But either way.
At least it was actually fine.
I don't see those numbers unless I'm attacking something, so I'm like,
I know. So he looks, he kind of slaps his thigh, and he's like spoken like one of true with giant blood. I gotta be honest with you. I'd happily take on the cultist. I've been kind of gathering a little bit of support among my giants, urging them to assume their rightful place as lords of the world. And I believe that the rise of this Tiamat and the Third Dragon Empire will spurn the giants to unite. Can we appreciate that the size of a 3x3, they are literally the size of a dragon? They're actually the same size class. They can like fight these things like it's like Godzilla and King Kong. It's just like I'll tell you what. I have to finish this stuff because he kind of looks at you guys and he's like, "Can we get rid of the pretense that you're part of the cult? Because obviously you're not."
yeah, quite simply, we are not.
Yes. Deal's a deal. I made a deal. I have to fulfill this. So I can't stop it. I can't help you with whatever you're doing. All I'll tell you is don't harm my castle. If you guys make it out of this, I'll happily take you somewhere more interesting up north, where I'm massing a small army to fight the dragons after they've been lured out into the open.
My only question to you is that if you're looking for some sort of rallying cry, the cult exists past this castle. If you're looking for some sort of rallying cry for giant kind, a deal might be a deal, but what better way to kickstart rallying that support amongst your fellow giants than potentially by bringing us to where you're gathering these giants now?
With the head of a dragon?
or with a dragon for them to fight together, to see how simple a task it is for them to remove such a blight upon this land.
I'm sure you understand the concept of honor. I believe your Goliath kinds
Of course.
are honor-bound individuals as well. I made a promise. I made a deal. I can't, even if it would prove a point, I can't break my deal because I would be coming to them with the loss of honor by breaking this deal. And that'd be hard-pressed to get them on my side. So I can't break that deal. Now, if you guys do something, and I'm not aiding you, far be it by me to have any dishonor in anything that you might have done here, for you have not told me your plans. So, as long as you didn't harm my castle, that doesn't affect me. And I can go to my giant kinds and rally them with honor, and I can bring you with me when we get there.
Would you be
As far
able
as
to...
this castle goes, yes, you mentioned a dragon. There's a white dragon, usually comes in and out of the caverns here or there. With one of the worm speakers, one of the dragon speakers of the white, one of the assistants, if you will, who's out there in the hunting lodge somewhere. He can be kind of dim-witted at times. Has a lot of pride. So if you flatter him, usually he won't.
Dragon or the worm speaker?
The dragon.
They work with the worm speaker at the cabin.
No, I was asking if he was calling the dragon somewhat dim-witted, or the worm
yes, the
speaker.
dragon. Yeah, Glassheel's kind of old. He's not as old as many other dragons. He's not an ancient dragon. I don't know, maybe he bumped his head on caverns too much, but
Still
kinda
somewhat
lost his
prone to inordinate pride.
yeah, lots of pride. Flattering him is usually the best way to get around things.
What sort of means, not that we've decided on anything at this particular point, but you said so long as you're not aware of what we are planning on doing and no harm comes to your castle, then your honor will not be in any sort of question. What sort of means would we be able to change trajectory or affect the course of events in such a way that your involvement is not included?
Who did you make the deal with?
Resmir, of course. You did not come on this castle not knowing who is leading this.
Oh yes,
no,
we are
Oh,
very
of
familiar with
course not.
Resmir.
Let's say Resmir's not an issue anymore. Like, if there's no person to keep your end of the deal too, is there anything stopping you?
If Resmir were to
If Resmir
perish,
would perish or slip and fall off the edge of the castle, or, some accident shall befall her, it's not my problem.
Okay.
She has enough guards and army on this castle to defend her. It's not my job. My job is just to... I had this plan where it's like if you use some sending stones with this castle, this grand delivery service where you can just dial up on these sending stones and the giants will just bring you whatever you need. We could just fly across the continent back and forth. As long as the stuff gets there in one piece, that's all that matters. But that's all that's really
like
important
some
to me
sort
is
of-
completing
Like a
my
GPS
duty.
or a UPS.
I'm not the
Like a-
security. That is not my job. I am not here to be
A
security.
giant
I'm
dad.
merely the transportation.
anyways, well, if you
Have you seen
can't-
where Resmir's at recently? By any chance?
Oh, Resmir has her offices and room is on the lower courtyard.
Perfect.
Good to know.
Would you feel comfortable giving us more specifics about where that room is, or would that impinge upon your honor?
If
I
you
mean-
gave me a map, maybe.
There's not that many rooms. There's a few.
Oh, I just wasn't sure.
I-
Just from coming in the castle, it seems so grand. I wasn't sure how many rooms there would be.
An
Forget we're
overlord
small.
probably doesn't spend too much time.
It's around of the rooms there in the lower courtyard. It's like in central location.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, we will go and have a discussion with Resmir about the terms and conditions of your contract and see if we can't come to some sort of mutual agreement, I suppose.
Yes, and I would also advise you, those dastardly wizards of Thay are also down there in the lower courtyard as well. They have rooms there, and there's a, not very comfortable with this, but they have apparently employed the usage of a very rather fiendish vampire who also kind of haunts the castle, but it's only at night. Being the sun just rising up now, don't think you have to worry about the vampire too much. But
does the vampire roam the castle, or do they stay?
not during the day. The
particular-
vampire goes into its coffin.
Fuck.
Where might that coffin be?
The big tower on top of the snow mound.
Interesting. Well, it seems we have a few conversations to have.
At this point, Stevie is kind of finishing up. She's it's been constructed like a crown of braids like around his head.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And Druid crafted some white rose. Not white, because his hair is already white.
Yes, Snow White.
Black.
She's Druid crafted some black roses to kind of poke in there.
Blue. He's Iceman. Iceman.
Oh, do you
Black
do you
and
say
blue.
anything to him, or
This is a clout giant.
Mal, do you have a mirror or anything to show him this this braid that I've constructed?
Do I have a mirror? Do you think I look in those? I always look amazing. I minor illusion what could be appeared as a mirror, but it's a still image.
so it doesn't reflect?
I'm
So
sure
Mal,
this ice
Mal
has
acts
degree
as
of
the mirror, and he
reflection,
basically puts a still image of what it looks like right now.
I'm sure this ice has reflective qualities to it as well.
I don't like this guy. You mirror. The ogre brings his very large mirror to him. He holds it up. This mirror, by the way, would probably be like the size of a large bed to you guys.
Is he holding it like this, or is he doing like the hair salon thing where it's got like the little
No.
handle?
He's holding it on both ends like this. And he's just holding it in front of him. So all you guys see is the back of the mirror. You don't even see his face.
Yeah.
I mean, Stevie does. She's to his side, but he's holding it up. That is absolutely fantastic. That is you. Have you?
Is that the
do
crown?
you have? Is this a career aspiration for you? Because this is just absolutely spectacular.
I've dabbled in it. I really like playing with hair. I walked in the room, I saw your hair, and it was so magnificent. I had to ask if I could braid it.
Well, I mean, Cloud Giant's hairs. You know,
It feels very, very nice and soft too. Do you condition it regularly?
oh yes, of course. Mulberries and rose petals. You mash them up. A little bit of oils. Yes.
I see how that would
Can't you
work.
smell it?
I thought I smelled roses at the least, but the mulberries, couldn't quite catch that. This is so fucking ridiculous, but I love it.
I made a joke about a clout giant, and it's became real. I'm so happy.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
I feel like we've got a good chunk of information. Danik, anything else you need, or?
I don't believe so. I believe there's some conversation that we need to have about the remainder of our time on Skyreach.
If we had any further questions, could we come back and ask? Not anything too small, but
Sure. Just don't bring any problems up my stairs. Don't come running
Of
up
course.
here with a
We'll leave
contingent
him behind,
of cultists chasing
pointing
you
at
because I'm
Mal.
not going to help you.
Respectable.
Not a problem.
all right.
Fucking animation.
Oh,
And-
and another thing. If it gets too loud down there, my ogres are going to do what they got to do. They won't
Fair
stop
enough.
you from doing anything, but if they notice shenanigans happening, they may, jump in and do the fight. Just keep that in mind.
we'll do our best to keep it quiet. But if there are instances where your ogres need to be involved, is there any sort of course of action that you would prefer us to take with them? Taking out anyone with giant blood is not particularly what I set out my day to do.
I would say the scope and size of any battles you may be doing. If it's all warfare in the lower courtyard, they will get involved. If you're
would you
doing
prefer
whatever
we
you're
not
doing here and there?
Would you prefer we
won't
not
care
kill
as much.
them?
The ogres, yes.
Well, of course not. We're just simply having conversations, of course.
They are my,
Shouldn't get too heated arguments.
They're my people, so I would leave them alone.
Of course.
It's not letting me go down the stairs.
Yeah, me either.
Hold on. Just back out quite a bit, and then try going back in again. Mel, you got downstairs, didn't you?
Yeah, I typed in. I just used the type command version, so instead of being at level 38,
Okay.
I'm at level 20.
Right. Well, I'll just send you guys down. I don't know why it's not working, but
Got it.
okay, there we go.
I just typed in.
What do I type in?
Yeah,
If you right click where it says 30, change it to 20. That brings you down to the next level.
Yep, on your individual character token.
As we're going down the stairs, Thanik, what? How do we deal with a vampire?
I have ideas. Let's perhaps make sure that we're in a position not to infringe upon Othkus's honor.
Maybe we don't deal with the vampire. I don't see how that's pertinent.
I mean, we do have quite a bit of time before the sun goes down again.
Yeah, because
Is
it's
it
only
a,
like
is
what,
it a point
8
of
a.m.?
importance? No, but also
Oh yeah, there's a
if
fucking
we
clock.
are approaching anything that seems like
I'll
nightfall, which
be there.
we'll be the first to know down here, then it may be something that we need to remedy before night actually falls. For this early hour, I don't think it's a priority at the moment.
All right.
But we get Rezmir, we get the mask.
And Rezmir was on the ground floor. He said.
Yes,
correct?
ground floor. It's more
Lower
central.
courtyard.
Yes.
Are we in a position where like it's safe to talk before we go anywhere?
Yeah. Are these stairs just not working the way they're supposed to? What is going on?
Yeah, they're not.
As Blothka sees us all trying to walk in animation into a staircase, but doesn't go.
It's just like Skyrim clipping into fucking walls.
And then we do like the slow walk animation standby. Then it does like the open door movement to.
Thanik, what? We should go talk to Rezmir. Maybe grab that dragon mask.
Rezmir is an obvious priority. A very large part of the reason that we're on this castle at all is for Rezmir. So that has to be top of the pot. Since there is a dragon here, Blagofkus might be able to be recruited in a way once the contract is broken. But that's going to have to be a follow-up conversation that we're going to have later. And right now,
You guys are going down
we
to
can't
the
go
main
wrong.
floor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Lower, just
we're gonna-
lower. If you go to lower courtyard, that's 0 for your elevation.
Gotcha. And as we're walking and talking, I guess the biggest thing. So the question is, do we have a conversation with the Rezmir? Do we go in guns blazing? What plan do we want to try?
I don't think, based on our run-ins with Rezmir, as well as his less dogmatically resolute followers, that there is truly any conversation to be had at this stage. I think we need to attempt to make a plan as best we can for what we might run into. But again, as Blagofka says, we don't want any of his people getting involved at all. So the best that we can do to keep everything behind closed doors and as quiet as possible is going to make all the difference in the world.
And I worry, the past couple of times we've ran into her, she's fled as soon as battle became imminent.
For sure.
So we should pin her down somehow. Tiny making Thanet go big again. That's definitely a good idea.
But potentially being large, as much as I absolutely love the feeling, the probability of being large increasing the amount of noise and potential for mishap is fairly great, especially if she is confined to any sort of chambers.
My concern is that those wizards, because I found their spell book earlier. That's troublesome. We take care of that. My magic, as you know, I'm very good at the mind control aspect. I'm confident I can docile her. But if they're in the room, I'm confident I won't be able to.
Because they have something that can kind of counter whatever spells you can do.
Yes, I believe they refer to it as a counter spell, but...
Well, then does that mean... I mean, we don't necessarily know if Resmia has any of these red wizards with her at all times. Do we need to potentially find any of these red wizards beforehand and deal with them and then turn around and take care of Resmia? I'm not opposed to that plan, but...
Yeah, the big thing is, though, once we do that, how much noise does that cause? Because as we've seen, they can teleport, too, so... This is where
not only can they teleport, but they also... Magic has notoriously caused quite a bit of noise. I seem to think more... It's more important to take Resmia out as quickly and as quietly as possible, and then move forward with any potential repercussions from there.
Because I do have one use of invisibility I can use.
Well, and we're not entirely sure where she is at the given time, so
yes.
we may need you to use that power to find her, and then we can start looking at more along the lines of what benefits or disadvantages her location is going to provide for us.
Yeah, and I do have message on me, so I can send feedback to you as long as you're within 120 feet.
I have that horn that is silent but lets people know that things are happening.
If this would
oh yeah, I bought that so long ago for you guys.
This would be the time to use it if necessary. So, not that it will become necessary, but you may want to hand that over to Malamos if he's going to go walking off sneaky invisible all by himself.
Okay, hand it here.
How
do you fucking trade? I always forget.
But I can see to the point of the vampire, not knowing how long any of what it is that we're trying to do or planning to do, not knowing how long any of it will take. It may be a point of prudence more than anything to attempt to take care of this vampire while she's still laying within her coffin.
No, I don't want the Mariners.
You don't? It was yours. Oh no, yours was the +1.
Yeah, I got my studded back.
I was seeing if there's anything else funny that I could have given you.
I should give you back your book, How to Kiss Better. Okay, so I'm taking this horn. Let's get more into the courtyard, maybe gauge this out, and then I can handle it from there, and we'll see if I die or not.
Yes, I would like to try and be as close to you as I can be, just in case things do go awry, whatever it is that she may be. So I will start moving as nonchalantly as possible to about right here.
He said it was more the center.
That could be seen as center. There's a lot of center.
I'm thinking like this.
I do have the oil of ether still too, which I don't know what it really does.
Technically, we don't even know that's what it is. Like, we don't know that's an oil.
Yeah, I don't think we've identified it.
Hoard has identified, so to us, we have oil.
I'm sure it would have a label of some sort on it.
Yeah, it says oil. Even so, etherness isn't something that's going to be particular. This is metagame talk now. That's not useful. Not at all for my situation. I'm kind of regretting one of my choices of spells when I hit level 7 now. is what it is. Okay.
Where you guys are walking by the way, that room, there's not a door, but you do see it's a 20-foot tall, 8-foot wide archway. And you can kind of see inside, but you have to kind of walk through because it's darker than the courtyard, so it's kind of hidden in shadow. But it's just an archway. There's no door there. And around the corner where Thanic's going, there's another archway similar to it right there.
I'm just gonna take up my position and like, oh, excuse me, let Mal know that I'm not moving. So 120 feet is a pretty long distance, and I'm just gonna like set up shop and look like I'm I don't know, standing like vaguely guard of something, just trying to blend in as best I can. Stephen O, just in case you're not standing next to me, what is it that the cultists say?
Hail team our mother in strength.
Thank you.
Well, if I don't come back, I probably died. I strung the cistern, and I'm casting invisibility.
Also, the Horn of Silent Alarm has a range of 500 feet.
Right. Who do you have that cued to, or is it like upon blowing it, you cue it?
Yeah, it's upon blowing it, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, this shit. How the fuck do I do this again? Give me a second. I forgot how things work. Okay, that's how I target myself. Cool. God, I forgot how this fucking thing works. There it is. Invisibility cast. So, Mal is invisible, and I'm just going to start slinking my way through this building right here, because it seems like, oh.
Yeah, so as you go in,
Nothing?
in the middle of this frost-glazed room stands a 9-foot tall table carved out of stone.
Yeah, that's just you. They're all talking. Sorry, I was just letting Mickey know she's having internet problems. Back out and come back in.
Okay. Well, I'll wait till she gets back so she can hear this. I mean, Stevie doesn't know what's happening, but I'll let Mickey come back. So
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. So, how about that basketball game going on, guys?
How about that sports ball?
It's pretty March, and I think it's kind of madness.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to March Madness at all.
I will say this. I don't pay attention to March Madness, and I also don't pay attention to basketball. But I did see a notification pop up that this is the Sweet 16 round, and there are no number 1 seeds. That's pretty fucking wild.
Well, I mean, that's why they call it March Madness, because literally you have Cinderella teams and anyone.
The other one, and I think they're out by now, but the other one is that the largest loss from a point spread standpoint, from the only 2 times has a number 16 seed beat a number 1 team in the first round, and apparently this was like the fucking like the most.
I want to say, if I remember correctly, Villanova did it once, I think.
Like before they got like good. Yeah, this one was like a hyphenated college, which means like, yeah, they shouldn't have won. But I
regret bringing this up.
I'm sorry.
What did you bring up?
March Madness.
Oh, ew.
Yeah, that's what pretty much we all said. And then
you
like, I don't care either, but here's a little bit of trivia.
I get notifications on my phone that I look at. I don't even read the articles. I just see the notifications, and now it's fucking stuck in.
Anyway, so let me explain the room. We waited till you came back, Mickey, so you could. Stevie doesn't see this, but still want Mickey to hear it. So as you walk in, Mal, in the middle of this frost glazed room stands a 9-foot tall table. It's carved out of stone, surrounded by 2 giant-sized chairs, also carved from stone. Seated upon those chairs are a male and female stone giant. So not as big as the cloud giant, but giants nonetheless. A fat iron cauldron etched with runes rests upon the table. And on the floor in the far corner sits a large iron chest. The male, you see, just kind of gazes into the cauldron, while the female stone giant just sits nearby.
Amazing. This is clearly not the right spot. I'm gonna head out.
Just like creepy sneak in, and then
as I'm walking by, 2 stone giants in there. Not gonna fuck with that.
So you guys hear his disembodied voice. You don't know where he is at, but you hear it.
Well, we've been expecting that, you know.
Yeah.
Like for him to talk to us like that.
We're going over here next. Which How far away am I? Just so I can go fucking gauge. We're within 80 feet.
Yeah, so here you see two double doors. The room, they're huge. They're 20 foot tall and wide, but they look like they shouldn't be that hard to open.
In or out?
Actually, I got shot.
He's invisible.
No.
The doors aren't.
Exactly my point. Because one thing
I would say I would say assume most of the time they open in, only because the way vision works, when the doors open, you only see like a cone.
So here's what I want to try and do, because when I cast a spell, my invisibility drops anyways, including cantrips, which I forgot about for a while, so I'm glad I got that warned. So I want to attempt to just creak the door open and look in and see what I see.
Okay.
So, like, I'm not going to go all the way. God, I can't move.
I mean, you got to move your token a little bit to see, but I get what you're saying. You're just creaking it open, but you
exactly.
No,
I'm trying. I'm just.
there. Go ahead.
It's like actually not letting me move for a second. I'm gonna refresh because I think that's a forge thing.
Well, I moved you in, so when you come back,
oh,
you should
cool.
be able to see.
I can see clearly now. The fog is gone, but there's a loading screen in the way. And in the beginning, there was silence.
You don't know what you see yet. We're waiting on you.
Jesus, that is loud.
What?
The music.
I refreshed.
Oh.
Oh, there it goes. Okay, so I creeped in, or I didn't creep in. I stuck my foot through.
Okay. Yeah. So as you go in, immediately your nose is assailed with odor. It stinks of some kind of droppings and rotted flesh. You see cracked bones covering the floor, and you just see these kind of wooden, like a stable like walls that you can't see because what's in, if there's anything in there, unless you go further in.
Gotcha. So I got more of a stable vibe.
Not
Yes.
bedroom vibe. Yeah.
Not bedroom.
so-
vibe.
Yeah. So
Rotting
we're
flesh,
just,
stink, bones. Yeah.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the right spot. Do. I'm looking for bedrooms. My name will be Malamos, the Resmir lair. Next thing, again, gonna creep through. Just light push, just peeking in.
Yeah, so as you go into this room, it seems to be an empty bedroom. The bed's pretty large, so it seems like these are it's like a guest room for giants. But it's furnished but sparsely. There's a very large bed, some large accoutrements and there, but it's an empty guest room for
so
very
just a
large
guest room.
individuals.
Just a guest room.
Down here.
Oh, there's something I missed down there.
Yeah, on the like opposite side of the castle.
Oh, Mal's getting his steps in today, that's for sure. Oh, actually, what is... Oh, no, that's the other entrance, that's right. Because the kitchen was over here, so that's over here.
Yeah, kitchen was over here.
Yeah. So this is the one spot I really haven't checked out yet.
Yep.
So, same deal, creep up, crack door open, stick...
Yeah. So what you see appears to be barracks for the cultists. It smells of unwashed bedclothes. The chamber contains fur-covered beds, as well as several chests of clothing, tables, chairs, simple furnishings. You see about 10 dragon wings in the room. Half of them are also asleep, while the other half are awake, but doing nothing overly strenuous. They do kind of turn their head when they see the door open, but they're unsure. Maybe the wind blew it open, maybe they didn't close it all the way. One starts to walk forward, and you see him reaching up to grab the door to close it again.
I just back up and let them close it.
I thought you were going to say unwashed men for a minute, and that made me laugh.
Oh,
the door
just a bunch of shirtless men, just
Unwashed. Unwashed. Ew.
Mal has a hard time containing his excitement, but lets that close.
Of course.
Did I miss a door somewhere?
And in case you don't see it or don't realize it, this area right here and this right here is like a cave opening that goes into the towers there.
Oh,
Right
what
there.
about back here? Like
Oh.
it's all fog of Hoard, but like back here, is there a hallway?
I'm not seeing your marker.
Does it not? I'm doing it on.
Very top right.
Oh, up there. Yeah, it's open. It's a hallway.
It's just a hallway.
That's where Mal came out of. When he
Right,
saw
but
the
like,
guest
are
room.
there more like along the back there?
We'll have to go up there and take a look.
Oh, then I'm just making it. I'm getting him.
There is a door back there.
So you said this was a cave entrance, or this is a regular door?
And would you have
that
been like
would-
alerting us
yeah,
to which direction you
no,
were going?
No,
as
the
you were
cave
going?
entrance is all the way on the other side, like where you guys first entered from the portcullis.
Okay.
It was right.
Cool.
One of them was right next to the barracks where you were just at just now. But yeah, so
Yeah,
where you're over there,
100%.
you see a locked door. This door is a regular door, but it appears to be locked. It doesn't look like the other doors, which are more just passage doors. This one seems to have mechanisms on it to where it will be a locked door.
That seems important, and I have no idea where else to go. So, Mal
Well,
is.
you do have south, Mal,
Did I miss something?
right here.
Oh God, I'm. Sorry.
As you went across the whole map again.
I'm sorry. This is where I like Theater of the Mind a little better because I get so lost. Oh, hey, look, there's doors.
Right. That one appears just like the other one you saw. It does appear to have a locking mechanism on it, so it does appear locked. But the one right across from it just appears to be a regular entrance door. And one
And
south.
then okay, and the one south just looks like it gets back to the regular area.
Right.
So a quicker way to come back to us.
Okay, so west is locked, east is unlocked.
Yes.
Okay, so creep up to this door, crack it open, hear what I hear, see what I see.
Looks like a storage room. Bunch of barrels and crates. Looks like where they're kind of putting food and other supplies they need for their journey.
Amazing. I'm not going to actually move my character because I don't want to deal with that, but Mao would creep back, tap on the shoulder. Northwest, I got a couple locked doors. I can't get any farther. Come with me.
All right. Stevie will head over that way, and I assume Thanik will also. Dylan had to leave.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's that time. It's okay. Was he had to leave a little bit earlier?
Yeah, it happened a little earlier than anticipated. But we can still like he's just
I mean, as far as figuring out doors or where you're gonna go, yeah, we can keep going for now.
right. We can keep doing that.
I should ask this as well. How long has it been? Just like with Mal walking.
Yeah, at
walking
this
the
point, I would say I moved it forward a little bit, a half hour earlier. But after everything else you've done, I would say it's been about an hour since you got here. So an hour's passed since you guys have walked in.
Okay,
it took
so
about 30 minutes of looking around.
Do you want to assign Thanik to me so I can, because I'm just having Tiny being on somebody right now.
I can, but this is not a big, huge map. I can move him around if you guys want.
Okay.
yeah, just do that for now. Because worst case scenario, we can always, when we get to that point where there's a combat thing, we can always just restructure. Like, hey, Thanik, where have you been?
So
So I've got about 30 minutes left of invisibility. Good.
Yep, cool. Stevie is going to pass without trace before trying to pick any locks. By the way.
Mm-hmm.
But so like this is this the door you wanted?
Yeah, I'm pointing at it right now. Can't you see? Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one.
Cool. So yeah, pass without trace. Why am I already? I'm not. Okay. And then I'm going to try and pick that lock, which I do have lock picks.
Okay.
Use these tools.
Pick that lock. Do.
That is the correct modifier. Damn it.
Ugh.
Okay. As you put your lockpick in, you start to try to work on it, but then you feel a little bit of a tingle and you hear some crackling sounds, and then you realize you see a rune appear on the door and flash as the door was magically warded.
Oh. I pull out the stone and try the
I'm not done.
words.
I'm not done yet.
Oh no! Oh no!
So you guys are all you see. Everything, the world around you swirls and shifts, and you're all teleported inside the room, which it's moving someone to a different spot. Tiny was not supposed to go there. Why is she going everywhere? Okay,
I don't know.
I was trying to make it fancy with the teleport. So you guys are all teleported into the room, and you're confronted by the two wizards of Thay. You see Asbara Joss, the one you recognize from your travels the whole way, standing in the middle in a rune, look like a spell is being cast. And in the far corner, you see the other wizard who you guys were told about, which is actually the leader who's helping Resmer with all of this, Wrath Modar, on the other end. And they see you come in and they're like, well.
Oh, that's convenient. We were looking for you.
Well,
I'm still invisible?
No farther. You are. You were brought into the room. Is that a concentration check?
It is concentration. It is a concentration.
Yeah, I would say do a concentration check because the spell would have tossed you around. So do a concentration check.
I'm also concentrating on pass without trace, but like I don't care if I drop it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at this point.
It is a Constitution saving throw. Nope, that's a 6.
Oh, yep. So yeah, your invisibility. You everybody gets in there. You're in there, and you think you're safe, and all of a sudden, you just zoop, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, I fart, invisibility just washes away. Oh!
And this will be an encounter. So he's immediately preparing to battle you all because he knows who you are. He knows why you're here. Can everybody give me a perception check, though, real quick?
Ba-ba-doo. Ba-doo-ba-doo.
Perception, I'm great at those.
I legitimately am, but I rolled a 5.
Fuck yeah, 19!
Okay, so like
Yeah. So,
I rolled better than you on charisma. You rolled better than me on perception. It evens out. It evens out.
Tiny won't know this because Tiny, you'll notice it, but you won't understand why because you weren't on at the one part of the journey with them. However, Mal, you're looking at this red wizard and you're noticing that he has 6 fingers.
We in the Princess Bride now?
You forgot this, guys?
God damn it!
Bryce in it. Bryce in
Fucking
it.
god damn it!
What is this from?
You remember the ship you were on with Inigo Montoya, who was the captain? Wait, yes.
It's
And he was
legitimately
looking for
I
the
forgot
six-fingered
we
red
ran into
wizard
Inigo Montoya.
that killed his
Oh my
father.
That's fucking
I have
funny
been
as
waiting the
shit.
entire campaign to bring this up.
As soon as it hit, and there was just a moment that washed over me, like, God fucking damn it.
There was a chance for you to know who he was,
Somebody's
Mal,
looking
when you
for
went
you.
during the wagons, when you knocked the wagons over, and you were trying to do perception checks to figure out inside there and stuff, and the wagon fell over and you couldn't, so you didn't see shit. So you were not able to know who he was back
Here's
then.
one thing I want to leave it on. With that information, before we end this session,
We're
I
not
look
ending
at
though.
him.
We're going into combat.
Do you want to go into a full? This is. I mean, I could
Do we
do Danik, but I feel he'd want to.
He was
Like if it was just like some ogres or cultists you're into, I wouldn't care.
right, but it's his
But-
Joss and what's his face,
Yeah.
Rathmondar.
And he's got
Right.
limited
Hold on.
resources that only come back on a long rest. I don't want to be responsible if he's pissed that
Right.
we lose those. For example, if we burn them all and then we fight a fucking dragon, he might be pissed.
Fair enough.
But before we end it, the only thing that Matt will say as soon as he notices those 6 fingers, you killed him. What's his fucking name's father?
Inigo
Inigo
Montoya.
Rodrigo,
Montoya.
I
Captain
can't
Inigo Montoya.
actually say
The better quote is somebody was looking for you.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
Yeah,
That is
Mal.
legitimately part of the movie.
Good news. Don't know that. Don't care. You killed what's his name's father.
That's okay. No, okay, Bryce, you have homework. You need to watch The Princess Bride tonight.
Yes.
Nope, not gonna happen. I refuse.
I will-
Before Friday. Before Friday.
I refuse.
Come on.
Mickey, did you ever get him to watch Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
He has watched Lord of the Rings now.
All
He
right.
can't say he didn't say he particularly enjoyed the experience. Also, I didn't make him watch the extended version, so he should be very, very
Exactly.
thankful.
But they're still long.
All right.
Princess Bride is like an hour and a half. You'll survive.
All right.
Yeah.
Mickey, you got homework, Mickey. Get him to watch Princess Bride before Friday.
I have
You
no
got homework.
control over that. I have no control over that.
You got him
Bryce
to
is
watch.
All right.
gonna Bryce.
So yeah, we will save this battle for
Yeah.
next week when we have Dylan here. Like I said, if
Yeah,
it was
that's
just like encounters like you ran into cultists or ogres or whatever, that's whatever.
Yeah,
But
that's fair.
this is one of the bosses, so I'd rather have him here to use his abilities how he wants to. So
Good news, we're firing on full cylinders pretty much. So this should-
Question.
yeah,
Since I got pretty high in my perception check, can I at least be big when we start?
yeah,
Okay.
I'll
I
allow it.
perceive the danger ahead
I
of
perceived
me.
the danger after I entered the room, so then I got big.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be just a reaction to like getting pulled into the room.
Yeah, you could
realistically-
just like Bryce's concentration fell. You could just you just like
Well, so here's the thing about concentration. You can drop that as a free action, so you can drop that anytime.
yeah, but it's not being small for her. I don't think is a concentration thing.
No, it's not. It's a.
Oh,
part of
I'm gonna
being
fact
fairy.
check this. I'm fact checking because I'm 90% sure you're using the enlarged spell.
No, I'm
But
not.
it's fairies.
It's
No,
a feature. It's a feature.
feature.
Yeah, it's not.
class feature.
I'm looking it up because I looked into this before because I min max and there's a thing you can do with it, and it is fun. Fairy, cool. So fairies, traits, dope. Fairy magic.
It is the enlarge reduce spell.
Yes, you're basically you just get a free use of the enlarge reduce spell, which is still concentration.
Okay.
You can't cast a spell until you finish a long rest.
Yeah, but okay. She never casts it. She never hits the cast button, so that's why I didn't put the concentration thing on her.
Yeah, so every time you go small, it is concentration, and technically, it only should last for a minute.
Yeah.
We can flavor that. That's not very important, but
The reason why I don't care about it too much because it doesn't have any effect on battle or anything.
exactly.
It's kind of an RP
Oh,
thing.
and
so
real talk, in battle, her being small might
it's a
actually
disadvantage. Yeah.
Right. So, yeah.
Yeah, and really the big thing.
Technically, and then I can't use magic while I'm small.
No, you
Right.
still can.
No,
So how concentration works?
You just can't use
Concentration.
other concentrations.
Not concentration. Right. There you
You
go.
can't have two concentrations. So, for example, if you want a healing word and be small, you can do that. If you want to fucking toll the dead and be small, you can do that.
But
if
you
you-
can't make Thanic big while also being small yourself.
Exactly. Because you're concentrating on that spell. But you can drop concentration as a free action. For example, if I wanted to mind control someone, but halfway through combat round, I want to drop concentration, I can do that at any time because it's a free action. It's not a reaction or anything, it's just something you can do at any time.
Also, there's a chest in this room. I just want everyone to know that. So we
Yeah.
might get some loot.
If
Also,
we
even
don't-
though I've
If we
allowed,
don't
even though
die.
I just realized this too, even though I've allowed it over and over again, technically you're only supposed to be able to, as the feature, you're only supposed to be able to use it once a day, once per long rest. But like I said, it doesn't have any effect on combat or winning or losing. So,
You can use your spell slots to use it, though.
yeah,
Yeah,
She wants
it's a
to use
feature that
spell slots.
you just know the
It's
spell.
it's a
and
free
can-
one. It's a free onesie, and then after that, it
Right.
costs.
right. Well, every time she's done it, except for Thanic, when she's done it for herself, it's always been a freebie. She's never used it.
I mean, do we really want to change that now?
No. I don't care. That's so inconsequential.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
okay with her being small.
Rule of cool, that's fine. It's
Yeah.
it's not a big deal.
Right, and none of us really object to it anyways. So
Again, it's just one of those things that's basically.
No,
just
if she
like,
was enlarging
big.
Thanic like 100 times, then I'd be like, okay,
right,
hold on a second.
right,
this is-
exactly.
That's the problem with that. But yeah, for herself, just being small, it's RP stuff. I don't give a shit. That's fine. Doesn't bother me. All right, so yeah, that's where we're at, and we will pick this up. I'm glad you guys noticed the whole where it actually looks like it's flying, because I was like,
That's super fucking cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
and there's clouds
Because
kind of
it-
floating over your head too, and
Yeah, there are some clouds occasionally. That's it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Can
Makes
we
me feel
crash
like I'm
this
really
thing?
on.
Can we
What?
crash
We
this?
crash it.
Where's the control room? Can we crash this?
I'm sure we could.
I think someone would be kind of pissed at us.
Yeah.
I
Just
mean,
crash it into it.
one guy controls this whole castle, so I would just say this. Logically speaking, if there's a control room, it'd probably be where he's at.
I'm
Or
here, there's
near
a chance.
there in that same
Dude, we're
area.
crashing this into the Voodoo orphanage.
I mean, all the kids escaped.
I mean, if you want the Cloud Giant to be your enemy, like literally the one thing he said is "Don't hurt my castle."
Yeah,
That's like
yeah,
the only
that was
thing.
the one thing he asked of
we
us.
can totally take on Resmir, a dragon, and a cloud giant
Haven't
at
you
the
guys
same
ever
time.
had that
All
like
at the
Two
same
thought in the
Wizards
back
of
of your
Fae.
head?
And two with the thing. All at the same time. We can totally. We're level 7. We're fine.
You guys ever had that feeling while you're driving your car, like I could drive to the sidewalk and be known on the news?
That's called an intrusive thought, friends.
Welcome to the stream. We're talking about really bad stuff. Now it's time to go.
It's time to go.
But yeah, so that's where we're at. We will pick this up next week.
Amazing.
But yeah, like I said, it's determining how long the rest of the campaign is. You guys went right up to the one dude that would give you all the information. So and then Mal literally figured out the whole layout invisible. So you guys like kind of speed tracked your way through it. So that was actually ingenious and great the way you did it. So you know where everybody's at. You kind of know who you're fighting, or you didn't necessarily know who was in each room. Like if you didn't go to this room, you may not have fought them. Who knows? But now you're in there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was like, wait, we're in a cavern and there's ice everywhere. Maybe I should check that there's not a dragon nearby.
Right, but the dragon is a coin flip too, because it's Talus's dragon, the one that she talks to. So might be on your side, might not be. Who knows?
I could have
There's
seduced
also
a
a
dragon. Who knows?
They kind of, even though they like their
Stevie's
their
already
mortal
done it.
companion.
Stevie could do it too.
Yeah, so who knows where it go? But I mean, depending on how long these fights go, it depends on how long the rest of the campaign is. So I'm guessing 2 or 3 more weeks.
Fuck, we're getting there.
Because
Yeah.
like this encounter could take the whole session, depending on how it goes. Who knows? But
Right. I mean, it depends on how we all roll.
Mouse comment.
how you all roll and how long it takes you to decide what you're going to do with each of your turns.
Yeah, I mean, we're generally pretty good at deciding.
Yeah,
quickly.
no, you guys have gotten fine.
But yes, that is also a thing.
Yeah, the only times the fights have been kind of prolonged is when Forge is being forged and things aren't working right or something. We're trying to figure out.
Yeah, fair. That's a thing.
Hey, guys, I was reading back at my notes because I found the spell book. These fuckers have fireball. That's a cluster.
We should spread out a little bit.
And the door did lock behind you guys.
Well, no,
it
was always
right,
locked.
It's still closed.
It's never been unlocked.
Can you make me bigger?
Okay,
It
yes.
doesn't look like I'm tiny.
We're in danger.
There you go.
Okay.
Holy
Right,
shit,
so that's where we're at.
Yeah.
Any excited but also melancholy feelings this being almost over? Or?
It's gonna
this
be
part.
weird to not be playing Stevie on Friday nights. It's gonna be weird.
My character shift is going to be interesting. I'm going from the biggest shithead to I want to play someone stoic like Vatic now. So it's like, I can't be a dick anymore. I vicious mockery so many things.
Oh, they gave us. Well, let me end the stream. Thank you guys for joining us. Until next time. Next Tuesday is Spelljammer, Yellow's campaign. So we'll be doing that on Tuesday. Next Friday we'll be back with Hoard of Dragon Queen. All that other good shit. Thank you again. And until next time, so say we all.
Please.